Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak. Brother, I'd just like to say a couple of words before we prayer start. This is supposed to be a second Jama'ah, but this is the fourth Jama'ah. And this is the only place in Pimlico for the Eid prayer open. All other places, unfortunately, is closed because of the COVID-19. And we have normally a much bigger capacity, but unfortunately, because we have to maintain the social distancing, we have to have 30 people maximum in our center. And we hope we're going to do a few more sessions today, inshallah. I have invited the new leader of the Westminster City Council today. And I'm so grateful and thankful to our leader as she respected and accepted our request. As she is the councillor for Night Peace in Bulgaria since 2010. And she has been served as a cabinet member on different portfolio. And she became the third female leader in a row in January 2020. And I know her many years. And as you know, the Westminster Bangladeshi Welfare Trust has a very good relationship with the city of Westminster for many years. This property is leased from the city council with a very, very little remuneration or rent, whatever you call it. And we hope we will continue. Probably many of you know the Nikki Aiken, the former leader of the Westminster Council. She is now the MP, and she came last time, everyone knows. And the good thing, she's also a councillor, I think, still. And now, the Lady Robathorn, she's not only councillor, she's Lady Robathorn. And I'm not going to take a long time. I would like to invite Councillor Lady Robathorn, the leader of the Westminster City Council, to say a few words. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shaista. And may I say, it is a great honour to be here with you today. Shaista, who I've known for a very long time, and as a good friend. As he mentioned, I know that my predecessor, Nikki Aiken, who is now our MP, has long been a friend of the Westminster Bangladeshi Welfare Trust and has visited you a number of times. And I hope you know that I also want to have that strength of relationship with you and friendship. And so I'm very pleased to be here today and to talk to you, and I was very honoured that Shaista invited me to come here today. I know this is a very special day for you, so I'm very pleased to be here today with you, and particularly on such a beautiful day here in Westminster. And I know that this is not perhaps the way you would wish to have celebrated. We have only 30 of you able to be here, but as I woke up this morning and listened to the news, I was very thankful that here in Westminster we are still able to go ahead and have these gatherings, whereas of course for the Muslim communities in the north of this country, because of coronavirus, they cannot carry on and have these gatherings, which I know will be a great blow to them because this is an important festival. So I think the coronavirus has made us all have to act and behave in different ways. But let's be thankful that we're still able to go ahead and have this gathering, even though it might not be as many people together as you would originally have hoped for. And when I was thinking about today, I was thinking, of course, this is all about gathering together, this festival. And it's been very interesting, our concept of that over the last 5 months, because in some ways, of course, we have been more separate than ever. We've had to keep to our own homes. We haven't been able to hug family members who don't live with us. We haven't been able to shake a hand of someone. We haven't been able to see people face to face. We have had to use the telephone or the Zoom. We haven't been able to meet together in the ways we would normally. And yet, in a way, I think that we have been more connected through this period than ever before, because I have felt in Westminster this extraordinary outpouring of community spirit, of a wish to help our neighbours, to help those in our communities who are less fortunate than others. We in Westminster set up a volunteering platform, Westminster Connects, at the beginning of this, and over 3,000 people registered. 3,000 people, and they have carried out tens of thousands of jobs and services for their neighbours, for other people in their communities, for people they don't know, but who live nearby. And that's been a really tremendous thing. And what it's taught me, or what it's underlined even more, is that in Westminster we're all different. We all come from different communities, different parts of the country or other countries, different religions, different walks of life. But overriding that, and far more important, is that we have something very important in common, and that is that we are all citizens of Westminster, this great city. And what this has shown is that people in Westminster just want to pull together, and that is more important than anything else. And for me, that has been a tremendous legacy from this outpouring of community spirit, the feeling that we have all come together as one city of Westminster, which is really important, and I think is a really strong thing for us to remember always and build on as we go forward. Because it's so easy with the newspapers and the news to look at the negatives. The news always talks about the violence here or the tensions there. They don't focus on what is happening day to day, hour by hour in our communities. People just checking on their neighbour, looking out for people. And that's really important, and what makes us a strong community. So let me talk about the other two things that I think this has really emphasised the importance of, and which is, I think, really relevant for us here today, as we are here in Pimlico. And as Shaista said, my ward I represent is actually, the boundaries changed, so I'm very pleased, as long as they reselect me, that I will be representing as far down as, I will include the Ebury Bridge estate, so Lumley, Walden House, all of those areas as well will be represented by me, and those are tremendous communities, so I couldn't be more delighted if I remain the councillor for those areas. But this has shown us even more, but we knew this already, how important our housing is, our homes are to our communities. Housing, where we live, it's the bedrock of how we build and strengthen our communities, our families, how we support people to live their best lives, for our children to grow up, to make the most of their full potential. So I'm delighted, as I'm standing here today, that just over there is Ebury Bridge, where we are building 750 new homes, which will all be dual aspect, which will have fantastic facilities, their own private balcony space, so that everyone will have their outside space. They will be of the appropriate size for the families. Everyone has a right to return, and half of them will be affordable, so social or at a very reduced rent. Everyone who is living on Ebury Bridge at the moment has a right to return, and we will be building 300 more affordable homes there. That is a fantastic thing for Westminster, and I was there only earlier this week to see the progress. Shaista knows this very well, and it's wonderful. And we've done that with the community, because it is for the community. So it's very important that they have their voices heard in the design of that. And here also, on the Churchill estate, we're building, and then also over 50 entirely affordable homes, predominantly for the more vulnerable members of our community, but also other general needs affordable. And the local councillor, Councillor Murad Ghassanli, has been really driving me to do this, because he understands, as I do, the importance that we house people in the right way, that they have the right homes to enable them to flourish, and particularly in the case of the homes on Churchill, for the most vulnerable in our community, because we don't want, unless they absolutely have to, people to be taken to specialist care. We want them to be able to stay supported, living in our communities, where they know people, where their family and their friends are. So housing, I think this is underlined how important housing is, and at Westminster Council we absolutely understand that. And it's also underlined how important it is that we give our children the very best start in life. And I'm very proud that in Westminster over 95% of our schools are rated good or outstanding by Ofsted. And only this week the Children's Minister and Schools Minister wrote to us to congratulate us on our latest Ofsted report, which was excellent for the services and care we give to those with special needs, the children with special needs in our communities. So, and throughout all of this period, I know those of you with young children will have known that schools, against a very challenging backdrop, have tried really hard to support children at home with learning packs and to keep them connected. So that remains incredibly important. So I don't want to take up too much of your time today, but I just wanted to say that I think that we all understand that there are challenges from this. There are challenges that no more than 30 of you can beat today. There are challenges for us as a council, financial challenges. There are all sorts of challenges about exactly how our city will look as we come out of this. How many people will want to commute in to come to an office setting in future? Will it be the same numbers as before? What impact does that have for those of us who run cafes and little restaurants? You know, will the office workers be there? But I want to stress that I think that these are solutions that we can find, these are problems that we can find answers to as a community, that the strength of our engagement and working together will enable us to identify what is really important for us as communities and to find the right solutions. So I wish you all my very best greetings for Eid today, and I want to thank you very much for inviting me to come here. As Shaista, who's known me for a long time, will tell you, my door is always open, so if you have problems or things that you wish to raise with the council, then please do. And I'm very grateful to you again for inviting me. Thank you.